Hey, 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 my quilty friend. My name is Tammy. I'm a human being, and in today's video, I am going to show you how I created this kind of bed runner from busting up my scrap stash using my AccuQuilt Go Qube 12-inch set. Stay tuned. So the pattern that I used to create this bed runner is from the AccuQuilt website. It's a free pattern, free download, and although it says the 12-inch Go Qube here, when you download it, you can download it and print it in any of the Qube sizes. So it's called the Row House Bed Runner Project, and the pattern number is P as in Paul, Q as in quilt, 55971-10, Q as in quilt. Now, I found this pattern appealing because I wanted to make a quick project that I can use to bust up some of my stash fabric. Now, my stash fabric is comprised of several different Moda, Bella Solids, and then some other prints that I've purchased during various sales from various shops. So when I started off with this pattern, I realized very quickly that I was not going to have enough fabric to make the pattern as it is suggested. So let me show you what I mean. So if you see here, and I printed it in black and white because my printer does not print proper colors. So I will show a picture of the actual color pattern so that you can appreciate the colors on the screen here. And so when you look at this pattern, it has 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait a minute, I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of trees, and then there are 2 houses, and in between there are these areas that were supposed to be in blue to represent the clouds. Well, I didn't have enough blue fabric to do all that, so I modified the pattern, and this is what I came up with. So as you see here, I did not organize the 4 trees in the configuration that's in the pattern. I actually only used 3 trees because I didn't follow the pattern. So we have a house here, we have a tree, we have another house, we have a tree, and so on. Now, what you're looking at is this bed runner on my brand new long arm. Well, it's not brand new. I bought it used. It is the Baby Lot Regalia. And this was my very first time quilting on this machine. So I am going to be very vulnerable and show you close-ups of my quilting. Don't judge me because I've never done this long arm thing before. But here we go. Here is some of the quilting that I did with the machine. Now, again, my very first time, I do have some rulers and I tried some stenciling. So I was just literally playing around with this machine. But what I love about this project is that it was very quick. It was very easy. And the colors actually, it looks pretty cool, I think. I don't know how I am going to finish up this project on the pattern here. It does have some border here and here, and I absolutely do not have enough fabric for that. So I think what I'm going to do is a technique where you can attach your binding to your project using your long arm, or I may just go ahead and cut it off. I don't know. You're gonna have to stay tuned to see how I finish this project. So I'll see you in the next segment. Well, my quilty friend, done is absolutely better than perfect. This has been the most frustrating little project I've created in a while. I went into this project thinking, you know what, I'm just gonna make this little thing fast and bust up some of my stash and make a cute little bed runner. And that worked out okay until I went to quilt it on my long arm, and I'd never used that machine before. So therefore we have some not so pretty stitches here. But overall, this bed runner came out pretty well. You're looking at it laid across a queen size bed, And what I'll do in the next segment is give you a close-up of some of the details of this pattern. Stay tuned. This is the back of the bed runner project. And as you can see, what I did here was, again, the goal was busting up my stash. I used several different colors of a polka dot fabric that I had, and I just pieced it together and used the pieced pieces of fabric as my backing. What I did here is, again, busting up my stash, I just used some yellow fabric that is also polka dot, and I use that for the binding. And let me turn it back over again so that you can see a better picture. So what I really liked about this project is that, yes, it was pretty fast to complete, but I became frustrated with the fact that I did not have enough fabric to complete the project as it was instructed in the pattern. So although I think it looks cute, and I have given myself some grace and said, you know what, Tammy, this is your very first project on that long arm. Don't get so stuck on the stitches and how they are not perfect. But yeah, I think it looks good. Here's some close-up of the stitching. And again, this is the project. It is now complete. I am on to the next project. Thank you so much for joining me today in this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Cheers.